Today in the world of Doctor Who, we've had some news that was meant to be revealed, and some that maybe wasn't. So firstly, we have some revelations concerning this year's upcoming Christmas special, the first full episode of Ncuti Gatwa's era as the 15th Doctor, the first episode to feature Millie Gibson as new companion Ruby Sunday. Now, there were some leaks about this episode a number of months ago, and I didn't cover them on the channel because, always with leaks and stuff, it's not something that I kind of really want to go into unless I really have to, because with leaks it's not stuff that is meant to be out there in the public domain. It is stuff that has got out by accident, and out of respect to the crew and everything, you don't want to be spreading those rumours or truths or whatever it is. With leaks, you're never quite sure how much of an element of truth there is to these things that come out. But this one did seem pretty credible for a number of reasons, and now thanks to Disney, specifically the Disney Plus social media marketing team, the Twitter profile, whatever, we now know for definite both the title and the air date of this episode. The air date is not going to come as a surprise to anybody. 25th December, Christmas Day. This was widely believed to be a Christmas special and to be marking the return of the Christmas special after an absence of 6 years. Obviously we had all those Christmas specials between 2005 and 2017, and like I say, for the past sort of few years in Jodie's era, we've just had festive specials instead, New Year's Day specials, which have been fine, been their own thing. I've enjoyed them for what they were, but yes, I think people are kind of clamouring for the return of the Christmas special. It was an integral part of Russell's first era, so it makes sense to bring that back. So many people my age and a bit older and a bit younger as well have real nostalgia for the Christmas slot and for the Christmas specials of years gone by, so it makes total sense that, like I say, not really a surprise to anybody. We were kind of expecting this, I think. And then the title of the episode as well, The Church on Ruby Road. So, as I say, this was part of that original leak, which I won't be discussing any more detail than I have to because, I don't want to be spreading this stuff, as I said before. But yeah, the title was in that leak, along with other details about Ruby, about her being adopted. There was certain stuff to do with goblins, certain stuff to do with Davina McCall. I'm not going to say any more than I have to about it here in this video, but there are more details. It is out there if you want to go and find it. But yes, certainly one bit of information from that leak has now been confirmed. The title has been confirmed, it was present in that leak, and now Disney have gone and put it out there as well in this kind of seasons streamings graphic here on social media pages like Twitter and stuff, which basically kind of lists all of the stuff to look out for on Disney Plus over the festive period. And right there at the bottom of the new Snow Arrivals section there, we have Doctor Who Holiday Special, The Church on Ruby Road, 25th of December. So yes, it would seem that Disney have made a bit of a balls up there. Yeah, I don't think that information was meant to come out officially probably until after the 60th specials, because obviously they want to give them their time, and we'll be getting onto that a bit later on. But yeah, I kind of makes sense to hold that back until after those specials have aired to really kind of capitalise on that. I don't know now whether they will sort of confirm it, like do a rushed press release or something in the coming days. It remains to be seen. But yeah, this is as good a source as any to confirm that part of the leak is true. Whether the rest of it is true or not remains to be seen, because they could have just very easily put out some false information, some false leaks. It has happened before. Equally there has been stuff that's been proved to be true. So you never quite know. But I think there are some interesting things that we can talk about in terms of the sort of officially released and confirmed information here, because I think it has been said now as well, as was first mentioned in the leak, that Ruby Sunday is adopted. I believe Murray Gold pointed that out when they premiered Ruby's theme at the recent 60th concert in his interview. I think they then kind of cut that part out of the broadcast version of the concert, probably just to kind of, sort of censor it slightly and keep that sort of secret officially until, the time comes. But that is sort of an open secret by now as well. And so we've got all these different bits and pieces, the original leak as well, which sort of, without going into too much detail, hinted that there would kind of be something about Ruby trying to find out the truth about her origins and her birth parents and things. And the whole idea behind her and behind her name was that she was left as a baby at a church on a road called Ruby Road. So that's why, she is named Ruby. It's probably not her real name, it's just the name that she was given because of where she was discovered. And that's all going to play into it, and presumably there'll be some big sort of mystery surrounding who she is, where she comes from, who her real parents or whatever are, who she she really is the child of, all that kind of stuff. Could very nicely play into the whole timeless child thing as well. That's not something that's kind of been talked about in the leaks and stuff, but, you know, it makes sense if you've got the Doctor who has recently discovered that they are adopted basically, and now a companion as well in a similar boat. That is a fantastic premise for a Doctor companion duo and partnership and pairing, and to have that kind of storyline running through the series sounds really exciting. Another thing to point out in relation to this is this little passage from an interview with Russell Davies from a Doctor Who magazine issue in 2015 when Damaged Goods, his Virgin New Adventure novel, was adapted by audio for Big Finish, and the story was released at the time. I have listened to it once, but it was quite a while ago, so I don't remember too much about it, but I believe it starts off and kind of hinges on this moment in the opening moments where a baby is handed over like underneath a streetlight or something on Christmas Eve, or in the dark and in the snow and stuff, and that's how this whole story begins. And I had in the back of my mind this quote from Russell, I remember reading it at the time, where he kind of talks about this image, this central image that's kind of integral to the whole story, and how that's something that had been with him for years as an idea, and something which indeed he might still use one day, and maybe the time has come. But yes, this idea of a baby being handed over on Christmas Eve in the snow at midnight underneath a streetlight, that kind of spooky sort of image, and something strange going on. He kind of describes it as something Dickensian and old-fashioned and dark, but in this kind of modern setting of like a modern housing estate or whatever. That is where the idea for Damaged Goods came from. It's an idea that had been in Russell's mind for a long time, and that interview quote had in turn been in the back of my mind. So when I first saw that leak, and then again today when the title was confirmed, I kind of thought to myself, oh my gosh, is he like taking inspiration from that central idea once again? Is this kind of link back, you know, not narratively, but kind of thematically to Damaged Goods, his first ever official piece of Doctor Who work? You know, is he kind of mining that for inspiration? Is that image of the baby being handed over going to finally make it to TV in this story? So lots of food for thought there. I mean, obviously it's kind of quite easy to forget that this is happening, like the Christmas special and next year's season as well, season 1 or series 14, season 40, whatever you want to call it, the 2024 season. That is all happening, that is all still to come. But obviously, first of all, we have the excitement of this month's 60th anniversary specials. And we've also had some news concerning them today. So yet another brand new poster for the specials. You know, this is kind of in the vein of the very first poster we had with the Doctor and Donna in the vortex with the TARDIS, but now we've got some more elements. I believe this is a piece by Lee Binding, the legendary Doctor Who artist and designer, so, you know, fantastic work. Once again, we have the Doctor and Donna there, but also, you know, the toy maker, and they're literally like on his hand, you know, fantastic, lovely image there. We've got playing cards all around the thing. Beep the Meep is like sitting on one of them. We've got Rose as well, Donna's daughter. Nice to see her there included as well. We don't know how big a role she's going to have in the specials, whether she's just there for the first one, or maybe the last one as well, or maybe all three. But obviously she's inspired by a character, I think Sharon it was, or Shannon, from the Star Beast comic from the 80s, who was the companion figure in that story, so maybe, you know, she will follow suit. We have the Wrath Warriors, we have the little Humpty Dumpty robot there in the bottom corner, and various other bits and pieces as well, like a kind of spinning top thing in the bottom right corner, some kind of like playing card cube thing there on the left. We have Beat the Meep's escape pod there on the left as well. And in the top right there, the button that Donna presses in the trailer, in the most recent trailer, when she says the thing about kicking the arse of whoever's made the TARDIS run away, that is the button that she presses on the wall when she puts her fist there. That's the one. It's like a kind of upside down diamond shape. Diamond Anniversary, is that going to play into things? Who knows? We have Stooky Bill on the television screen as well, the most sort of obvious and explicit reference yet to that being part of the storyline. And various other bits and pieces, like some sort of roundels maybe, are they from the TARDIS? These kind of round lights in these kind of rectangular sections, other bits and pieces, you know, detailing. Are they part of like the spaceships that we're going to see in the specials and Wild Beyonders, stuff like that? Who can say? And finally, the premiere for the specials is taking place as I speak at Battersea Power Station down in London. There was a video on the socials which had the TARDIS kind of landing there and kind of confirming the news. Not quite clear how many specials are being screened, whether it's all three of them or just like the first one, maybe. I don't know. Who's there as well in terms of guests and stuff, and whether there are going to be any official photos or, I don't know, like a panel or something, or any news or revelations that come out of this. Not quite sure. We'll have to just wait and see, I guess. But yes, both the 60th and the Christmas special, The Church on Ruby Road, draw ever closer. Fantastic to get some new news about both those things today, even if some of it wasn't officially meant to be announced, at least by the look of things. Yeah, Disney, what are you playing at there? Not quite sure what's going on. But yes, lots of exciting developments. Let me know your thoughts on all of them down in the comments below. Your thoughts are on this title. Do you like it as a title or dislike it? And the parts of the leak that you're aware about as well. You know, what do you think of them? Do you think it sounds good or whack or what? If you have enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new for more stuff like this in the future. But otherwise, until the next one, thank you so much for watching and goodbye for now.